Hello, my name is Alice Skaff. I'm founder of Haven of Hope International. I'm here today with Kathy Trentini de Guevara, and she is the Youth Development Director down in Bolivia. Now, 4 of our pillars of purpose are rescue, love, restore, and equip. And that's what we desire to do with the children. And restoration is a big part of that. And one of the things that we did last year is we developed a internship program for trauma-informed care training. And Kathy, tell us a little bit about, there was an intern, Alexis Basic, that came down. How did she impact the orphanage? What did you see in the children?
The impact that Alexis had has been amazing. It's been huge. She came at a time when we were having some difficult circumstances, and the children picked up on that and were starting to act out. So where at the beginning of her stay we were seeing 3 to 5 escalations a day, that was not unusual to see that. Now as the year was wrapping up, we would only see a couple a week, or sometimes weeks would go by and wait, nobody had an issue this week. So it's really been amazing.
So for people who don't understand, what is an escalation?
An escalation is whenever a child reaches a level of frustration and anger and just feeling out of control, that they really just lose their executive function of their brain, and they really just don't have control over their reactions.
Like a temper tantrum.
Like a temper tantrum.
Throwing themselves on the ground.
Temper tantrum.
They're hitting people.
Yes.
And you see that a lot in kids that come through the doors.
Absolutely, absolutely, because our children have been through traumatic experiences in their life that has affected the physiology of their brain. So it's not even just that they just can't get it together. It's not even just emotional. It is a physical thing that is going on in their brain, and thankfully science is starting to show us ways that we can restructure the brain, we can reprogram.
You see trauma care helping with that?
Well, just being educated on the needs of the children. When a child is having this reaction, the traditional way that we were raised is, you maybe give them a little spank and you send them to their room, and you exert your authority as the parental figure.
That's just not acceptable. You will not behave like that.
Exactly. And really, when you do that, you're isolating the child who's already feeling out of control and just needs somebody to guide him and teach them, okay, well, what do I even do with I don't even know what to do with myself right now. So they need that person to be there present with them.
So what does trauma teach you how to be there with them in that moment?
Well, I would say the hugest aspect of trauma-informed care is that connection. You can't expect to make a change in the life of the child if they don't truly know and believe that you love them and that you're there for them, that you're on the same team with them against their behavior, that you're not against them. And so just really being present with them.
So, in these times of escalation, it's important to connect with the child and help them find their voice. And so you're being taught how to respond in a way that actually brings healing. So how have you seen that working? How is that affecting the kids from when the intern first got there to, let's say, today?
So one of the things that's very important is for the child to feel that connection to somebody who loves them unconditionally, who understands them, and who's willing to be there with them in their toughest moments. So whereas before, the easiest thing might have been, just let them go and kind of work it out, like let them go and kind of cool down and come back. Now what we want to do is show the child, I am here with you. I'm here in this difficult moment. And if the child gets to a level of escalation or acting out where they become a danger to themselves or to others or to the property, then even the form of restraining the child is sending a message of, like, I'm here for you. Like, I have you, I have your back.
But in a loving embrace.
In a loving embrace, in a way that it protects the safety of the person who's restraining as well as the child. And just kind of wait, and at appropriate moments talk to them, let them know you're there. It's an embrace that that also lets them like see and interact and come back to themselves. So even the way that is restrained is sending the message, like, I'm here from you. I'm going to be the model of calmness and security that you need in this moment of feeling completely out of control.
So you've learned all these tools. You've had Alexis there, which has been amazing. She's modeled it and she's trained you. And so the de-escalations, like how often would you have a de-escalation before she got there? And now how does that look now?
At the beginning, again, we were going through a difficult time. at the orphanage in general, and we were seeing a lot of acting out. I would say it would not be uncommon to have 3 to 5 escalations a day. And I know Alexis would do like back-to-back de-escalations, and it was really a little bit overwhelming. But as the staff started to get on board and started to feel the confidence of, I can do this as well, we started to see, we really started to see a change. And as the months went on, by the end of the year, you would just see a couple a week, and sometimes weeks would go by and be like, hey, nobody really flipped out this week. This is going well. And so we really saw a huge improvement.
And so children are actually learning to use their
Yes.
functioning side of their brain, because that is the goal at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely.
Get them out of fight or flight.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how to respond to this difficult situation, so I'm just going to throw a temper tantrum.
Exactly.
To where I'm going to think about what's going on and helping them find their voice.
Exactly.
Which is beautiful.
And it's so important, as you mentioned, one of the pillars that we hold dear to our hearts is the restoration. And this is helping the child get their voice, letting the child know that they are seen, they are heard, and helping them to find their identity.
Yes. Well, and all that we do, the rescue, love, restore, equip, our goal is to set a new standard in orphan care.
Absolutely.
And this is one of the big wins that we've had, and we look
Yes.
forward to what's going to happen in 2020.
Yes.
Yes.